Assalamualaikum and hi to my lecturer Dr. Mutia Binti Muhammad and all viewers who will watching this video. So, my name is NURUL and FARHANAH Binti Muhammad ASRI. I am a student from RBA 2733B. So today I will presenting a topic titled Artificial Intelligence in Talent Acquisitions, which is exploring organizational and operational dimension. This presentation is based on an article written by Diana Paramita and Simon Acquire in 2024. The article focuses on how artificial intelligence or AI is transforming the recruitment process, especially in the area of talent acquisition. In simple words, it looks at how AI is used to attract, screen, and hire new employees, and also how it affects both organization and the people who were in HR department. Let's start with the introduction. This article talks about how artificial intelligence is changing the way companies recruit employees. In the past, most recruitment processes were done manually. HR officer had to read hundreds of resumes, shortlist candidates one by one, schedule interview, and evaluate everyone by hand. It was very time consuming, and sometimes mistakes or human bias could happen without anyone realizing it. Now, with AI, companies can use software and smart tools to do many of these tasks automatically. For example, AI can scan resume to find keywords, match job requirements with candidates, or even rank applicants based on experience and skills. This makes recruitment faster, more organized, and in some cases, even more objective. So, the article also aims to understand the organizational and operational impact of AI. To do this, the researcher conduct interview with HR professional and AI provider from Sweden. They want to explore how AI changed daily HR operations and how people adapt to it. What interesting is that the study doesn't just focus on technology alone, but it also looks at the interaction between human participation and algorithm automation. In other words, it studied how people and AI can work together. Because even though AI can make decisions and process information very fast, human judgment is still important, especially when it comes to understanding people's personalities, emotions, and cultural fit. So, the main idea of the study is that AI can help make recruitment more effective, but it also creates new challenges, which is particularly in fairness, transparency, and human connection. Now, let's move to the issues that the article discusses. Even though AI brings a lot of benefits, it also comes with serious challenges, especially when it's used in the recruitment process. So, the main issue in this article is about bias and fairness concerns. AI systems are trained using existing hiring data from the company. This means if the company's old data already had bias, for example, hiring more men than women, or preferring candidates from certain universities, the AI will learn that pattern and continue repeating it. So, even though people think AI is neutral, in reality, it can carry over the same old human bias from the data it learns. Let's say, for example, a company mostly hired male software engineer in the past. The AI trained on that data might start assuming that men are more suitable for the role and begin filtering out women automatically. This leads to unfair hiring practice without anyone noticing. It can be lack of transparency in AI decision. Many AI systems used in HR are called black box. This means the system gives results like ranking candidates or rejecting applicants, but HR officer doesn't know how the AI made decision. Because of that, it's difficult to understand or question the process if something seems wrong. For example, if a candidate asks, "Why wasn't I shortlisted?" Recruiter might not be able to explain because even they don't see how the algorithm scored that person. Next, unequal treatment of candidates. If a company relies too much on AI and not enough on human judgment, it might end up creating an unfair recruitment experience. AI systems focus only on data and patterns. They don't understand human values or potential. As a result, candidates who don't fit into the common pattern, like those with unique backgrounds or career change, might get filtered out even though they could be great employees. Now, let's look deeper into the causes behind this issue. Why does AI become biased or unfair in the first place? The first cause is biased training data. AI doesn't think like humans, so it learns from data. So, if the data is trained on already include discrimination, the AI will automatically learn and repeat it. For example, if past employees were mostly from one gender, one race, and one background, the AI might think that the ideal type of employee. This happened not because the AI wants to discriminate, but because it's simply following the data patterns it sees. The second cause is lack of algorithm transparency. A lot of AI tools are created by technology companies that don't always share how their system work. They keep the algorithm private for commercial or technical reasons. Because of that, HR professionals using the AI may not fully understand what's happening behind the scenes. If the AI makes a wrong or biased decisions, it's hard to find out where it went wrong or how to fix it. And the third cause is limited human oversight. Many organizations depend too much on automations. They trust AI to make most of the hiring decisions without enough human checking or review. When that happens, the AI decisions are often accepted as correct, even when they might not be fair or accurate. This can cause companies to miss out on great candidates who don't match the AI standard pattern. Now, let's move on to the effect or what happens when these causes and issues are not handled properly. So, the first effect is a decrease in candidate trust and engagement. When job seekers realize that the recruitment process is fully automated, they might feel that the company doesn't really care about them as individuals. For example, some candidates get automatically rejected by an AI system within seconds of submitting their resume. This can make them feel discouraged and less motivated to apply again. In the long run, this kind of experience can make people lose trust in the company's hiring system. The second effect is the risk of unfair or biased hiring decision. When bias exists in AI, it can lead to unfair outcomes, like hiring more people from one gender, background, or race while ignoring others. This doesn't just harm the candidates, but it also hurts the company's reputation. If a company is known for unfair hiring practice, it can face criticism, lower morale, and even legal challenge in some countries. The third effect is reduced employer branding and retention. If a company depends too much on technology, it might start losing its human touch. Employees and candidates may see the company as too robotic or impersonal. For example, when everything is automated, from job advertisement to interviews, candidates might feel like they are dealing with a machine instead of a real people. This damages the company's image as a people-focused employer, which can make it harder to attract or retain good talent. So, the overall effect is that too much automation can make the company efficient but cold and less human. It saves time, but it can also cost the company in terms of trust, diversity, and long-term reputation. Now, let's talk about the suggested solutions mentioned in this article, or how organization can solve these problems. So, the first solution is to create candidate engagement programs. Even though AI is useful, companies should still make sure that human interactions stays part of the process. Recruiters should personally follow up with shortlist candidates, give real-time feedback, and build connection during interviews. This shows candidates that the company still values them as individuals. For example, even if an AI had shortlist candidates, a human recruiter can still send a personal message or call to make the process feel more personal and fair. The second solution is bias auditing and data review. Companies should regularly check the data used to train their AI systems. If there are any sign of discrimination or unfair language, it should be removed. This process, called bias auditing, helps make sure that the AI is learning from neutral and updated data, not from old or unfair information. By doing this regularly, companies can improve their AI over time and make hiring more inclusive. The third solution is to balance automation with human input. This means companies should use AI mainly for repetitive or simple tasks, such as sorting resume, scheduling interviews, or sending reminders. But when it comes to making final hiring decision, evaluating soft skills, or checking cultural fit, humans should still be the ones making the call because AI can analyze data, but only humans can truly understand people's personalities, emotions, and potentials. So, combining both AI and human judgment creates a better balance where technology makes the process faster and human make it fairer and more meaningful. Finally, let's go through the conclusion. The article concludes that AI really does improve the recruitment process. It helps organizations save times, organize data better, and increase overall efficiency. However, when companies rely too much on technology, they risk losing the human elements that make recruitment ethical and personal. The study emphasized that AI should support humans, not replace them. Technology is just a tool, and how effective it is depends on how we use it. AI can attract productive and ethical talent, but only when it is guided by human judgment, empathy, and transparency. In short, the key to successful recruitment in the modern world is balance. AI should help make hiring more efficient, but at the same time, organizations must maintain human relationship, fairness, and also emotional intelligence throughout the process.